Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dawn. Mansplaining the Handmaid's Tale. That's right, folks. The epic mansplanation continues. And today we will be wrapping up season 3 of The Handmaid's Tale. And boy, is it getting good. I gotta give you that. Oh boy. I'm using Charging Chuck here on Mario Golf for the Monty Greens. Realizing he's not the one I really wanted for this, but oh well, we'll deal with that. Taking on Daisy is apparently who the computer chose. Of course, they are on championship mode. She's actually probably more the type of person that I wanted for this. But oh well. So, as y'all might recall, at the end of episode 11, everybody is pretty fucked. Fred and Serena are up in Canada and just got arrested there, trying to go rogue and get the kid back. And then to top it off, June, after a trip to Jezebel's, ran into Commander Winslow from DC and ended up killing his ass. So, yeah, she's expecting some shit to hit the fan pretty soon. She's upstairs. She's cocking her gun. There's men coming in downstairs. What's going on? Well, Eleanor comes up and just lets them know, oh, they just wanted something else. Oh, well, alright, cool. It's Putnam, and he's telling Lawrence about what's going on, but in the meantime, Rita is telling June, hey, by the way, Billy's in. We've got the plane. So, cool. Whatever the hell you did there. So that's totally awesome. Oh. Alrighty. So, after Commander Putnam leaves, having given Lawrence the briefing of what's going on, well, basically Lawrence tells June, boy, you just lucked the fuck out, because, well, basically what's going on is the Waterfords are up in Canada and they are under arrest, and Winslow is just missing, and right now they are assuming that Canada did something to him too. You know? So basically June is off the hook for murder. That's good. Alrighty. Oh, get a scene with June and Rita at the market. And then we get to see the Waterfords in custody talking to each other. And oh shit, Serena reveals what really happened, honey. Yeah, it turns out, I knocked you out because I want my kid back. That's not really my kid. I'm not even biologically related to at all. And yeah, so basically, yeah, I gave it all up for this kid that's not really mine, and that everybody else involved with this kid hates me and thinks I'm fucking retarded. So yeah, good job. Oh, boy. So, we go back to the ranch. Winslow's wife is hanging out. She's like asking everybody to pray, and Eleanor is getting confused again, and she's starting to really fuck up because she's like, oh, yeah, Winslow's wife says something like, oh my God, think of our children. And Eleanor's like, oh, right, yeah, we can save your children. We're getting a plane. We're getting rid of them. We're getting them all out of here. And June's sitting there like, fuck, shut up, bitch. Fuck's your problem? Oh. Alright, so we're back over to Mark and Serena. And I found out apparently a part of the deal is Serena gets visitations with this kid that she's not related to. And the people taking care of the kid agreed to this, despite knowing that she's a scumbag. But, you know what? They probably do realize she's pivotal for information. I suppose. Alrighty. Now, basically, okay, so Moira brings the kid to her. And it is great. It's like, oh, I think the kid will be fine with me. Like, yeah, who the fuck are you? You ain't nobody. Is what Moira tells her. Like, yeah, great. Good for you. They got a social worker there, and the social worker keeps Serena in line. She's like, yo, you cannot call yourself her mother. You're gonna confuse the fucking baby. You dumb bitch. We're not going along with your delusion. Oh, boy. Now, Moira, of course, calls her the gender traitor, which, yeah, definitely makes a lot more sense. Holy shit. Oh, that's some bullshit. That's some horseshit. Alright, so back to Lawrence and June. Lawrence is trying to keep the Gilead motherfuckers from closing the border. You know, mainly because he doesn't want to start a war, but also because he wants to get the fuck out of here in a week in that plane. And if they close the border, that ain't happening. Oh. Oh, get a scene. Mark gives some food to Serena and gives her something to read. Boy, women ain't used to that, are ya? Ooh, check it out. We're being all fancy up here. We let our women read. But then we head back, and oh boy, Eleanor, see, consumed with sadness, and I honestly, I'll admit, I had to kind of look this up and figure out what the fuck happened, but that had more to do with the fucking glare on my TV blocking the shit in the middle of the day, but alright, so apparently, overcome with sadness, Eleanor swallows a bottle of pills. Alright? But June is like, she is too fucking crazy, and she has been running her mouth, and she's gonna fuck up the plan. So June, in her ever downward spiral of insanity, is like, nah, bro, just let her die. Just let her die. So June just goes and lies down upstairs while Eleanor dies. Oh, man. Messed up. So, episode 12 ends with Eleanor's funeral. Okay, then. Oh, horse butt. Alright. Okay there, folks. Just trying to kill time for a few seconds to where I can pause this for just a... Alrighty, sorry about that quick interruption, folks. But I had to make sure I had everything ready here, because let's take a quick moment to shout out to the show sponsor, Dubby Energy Drink. Be a good time to down one of those before we get into the finale. Oh, that's right, new camera. Alright, W energy drink right there. Let's get this shot going. Pretty simple one anyway, so. Bam. Of course, just take one scoop of W, and that tub will last you like 30 days, by the way. Pretty nice. Mix it in with some water. Spill it all over yourself. Why not? Makes it great. Luckily, it's only water, but still. Oh, boy. And then just let her settle down. Or use regular water so you don't have to deal with the fizz like me. Of course, you just give that a little bit of time to settle down, but in the meantime, you can head over to the link in the description of this video. Use that promo code TDDD for the daily dose of Dawn. Get 10% off your order. Sounds pretty great. You get your Handmaid's Tale mansplained to you, and you get 10% off your energy drinks. Pretty damn good deal if you ask me. Alrighty then. I'm going to get ready to check this down, so I'll continue to dominate this golf game and mansplain the Handmaid's Tale to y'all. Oh. Alrighty. So episode 13 starts out with a flashback. June's in the truck. We hear Janine yelling about how she's going to sue all these people. And, you know, basically she comes to the conclusion. She's like, yo, they won because they were ruthless. And thus I have to be ruthless too. Which, I mean, on that point, I'll give them that. Like I did say in the beginning, I'm like, how'd they get people to go along with this shit again? And then it was answered, brute force, ruthless. Yes, so, alright, fine. Cool. Back in the present day, Lydia is telling June, you know, the other girls look up to you. And I hope you ain't gonna fuck this up. Yeah. Of course, Lydia tells her there are commanders more powerful than Lawrence, and that she should watch herself. Oh boy. Once again, the untouchable motherfucker is actually very touchable. Alrighty then. Oh, Lawrence and June talk about the plan. Lawrence is like, I'll make sure the security is real light around the area where we're going, and you get those kids to the plane, and bam, you know. So the children begin arriving at the house, and we get this heartwarming scene where like one of them is like, "Is this May Day?" And she's like, "Yes, it is." Oh boy. Let's see here. And we head back up to Canada. Serena and Mark. Mark tells Serena, you know, get ready for your testimony tomorrow. You're going to shed a whole lot of light on how this weird-ass country works. Oh, Serena again points out, she's like, I didn't surrender my rights. I traded them for my daughter. What a crazy bitch. I still think she's gonna end up in charge of Gilead at some point, but whatever. I also didn't think that baby was gonna be born, so. Okay then. June is talking to. Oh yeah, they let Serena out in the world for a little bit. I'm sure she's all, whoa, that's crazy. But okay, so June talking with the kid that they gotta hide until later on because the kid should not have shown up until nightfall, but they showed up stupid early. And she's talking to the kid, like, oh, telling her, like, oh, yeah, Canada, where we're going, it's like it was before Gilead. And the kid's like, oh, I don't remember what that was like. Ooh, yeah, gotta get them kids out of there. Gotta get this done before them jerks before the next generation doesn't remember the before time. Then you're in real trouble. Once they get up to that being all they know. Alright, but unfortunately, the kid's Martha freaks the fuck out. She is like, oh no, we gotta go back. Mistress will understand. She won't kill us. And June's sitting there like, you drugged her and took her child. She will not understand. And the Martha is freaking out, and June is like, alright, you fucking bitch, I ain't fucking around anymore, and takes out the gun and puts it right in her face. And the Martha is like, oh, fuck this shit, and runs away. And June's kind of like, I wish I could shoot her bitch ass, but I can't because, you know, if I fire around, it's going to attract a lot of attention. Oh, boy. Of course, June does end up sticking that gun in the face of a little kid for a little bit. So, you know, she is definitely, again, going a little nutty. Alrighty then. Of course, after all this ordeal, Lawrence is like, yo, we gotta send that kid back. And June's like, I ain't sending her back. Like, no, bitch. Like, they are gonna be looking for her. That Martha's made a big fucking thing. Like, and June's like, nope, I ain't sending nobody back to live in this hellhole. Fuck this. Like, alright. Good on her. Okay then. Oh, also, June just basically neuters the shit out of Lawrence. She's like, yep, well, and I mean, I did kind of think this, like, you're all escaping, so, I mean, you're not going to be a commander for much longer if this plan is successful. And if the plan fails, you're probably going to get hung, so, yeah, how much power you really got anymore? And June seemed to have figured that out. And I was like, yeah, I'm actually in charge now. It's like, go get me some coffee, bitch. Oh, boy. Alright, so come nightfall, June starts moving the kids. But up in Canada, oh, Fred's got cards to play. Alright. I think I forgot to mention, so first off, Luke came to visit Fred. And, I mean, Fred's just, like, destroyed that guy mentally. He's like, yo, dude, like, I don't know. You ain't gonna undo the shit I did to your wife. Like, I changed her. She crazy now. Good on him there. You know, whatever. Do what you can at that point. But then good old Fred You know, that big energy drink. So while he's being questioned, he's like, sure you don't want to arrest my wife too? Because we can do that. And Mark's all like, hey, she has immunity. Whatever she did, she was doing under duress of the state. And Fred's like, nope. She's definitely done some shit that's like, oh, it's illegal in Gilead and it's illegal here in Canada. It's pretty illegal everywhere. So later on, Serena is outside with the kid, hanging out. And all of a sudden, Mark comes up, and the social worker is like, take the baby. And she's like, wow, what the hell's going on here? It's like, Serena, you're under arrest. All sorts of shit, you know, rape and slavery and blah, blah, blah. And she, of course, is like, what the fuck you mean? I got immunity. That was duress of the state. And he's like, yeah, well, you had your driver, Nick. You had her raped June. And, you know, that don't fly. That ain't a part of your thing. He's like, well, they had a pre-existing relationship. Like, yeah, it's still rape, bitch. Still rape. Oh, so she's going down now, too. Back home, the Guardians have been, they've been friggin' clued in to this missing kid. So they're searching house to house for the kid. In the meantime, June's trying to herd 50-some kids to the fucking airport. Alright. So basically, while they're trying to do this, June ends up having to distract the kid, or distract the Guardians, to allow the kids and the Marthas to make it to the plane, okay? So in order to do this, like, June runs off, and she gets this Guardian to chase her, and the Guardian fires a round or two, and June falls on the ground and plays dead. And as soon as that motherfucker comes up, she flips around, fucking bam, bam, right in the fucking stomach. And that's when she starts going real fucking hardcore crazy, because she's like all like, hey, guy that's dying on the ground there, need you calling that radio, let him know it was a mistake, and it's all clear. You can do it. Come on. Do it. And, well, he did it. He did it. And she's like, oh, thank you. Pop. Right in the head. Like, god damn, June's turning ice cold and I'm loving it. Straight up. Alrighty. So the plane leaves and it lands in Canada. There's a whole lot of heartwarming reunions. There's a dude, finds his daughter, and he's all like, oh my god, yeah, sweet. And there's like Emily and Rita meet. Or meet, or, you know, don't meet, but reunite. They're there. One of them tells Luke, hey, you know, it's your wife that did all of this. So, yeah. In the meantime, back home, all the other handmaids, they find June, who is, like, pretty exhausted and fucked up from the whole ordeal. And they carry her off, and that is the final scene of Season 3. Alrighty, folks. That's the problem with doing this early in the morning when I just first wake up. Still all friggin' crazy. Alright, so anyways, as I said, that wraps up season 3. Now, just a quick couple of predictions here that are going on. I'll just, we're going to do this before the recap because I'm probably going to start watching before I actually do the recap. But we'll see. That was shitty. But, alright, so where we're at is we just, like, basically, where we're going to start in season 4, at least my understanding, I might be off about a few things, but, so, basically, there's 50-some pretty high-ranking people's children who are now missing and are off in Canada. So that's definitely going to cause some fallout. There's let's see, June. All right, Whitford. Not Whitford. That's the actor's name, but Lawrence. He's still over in Gilead. He did not get on the plane and escape. So we got the fallout for that. We'll see. But then again, with Waterford in prison and Winslow dead, nobody's really fucking with him anymore. Like I was saying, though, okay, this I'm starting to dislike. I'm seeing the pattern, okay? Like, the rhetorical writing. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, Lawrence shows up the end of season 2, and he's mysterious and powerful, and he does whatever the fuck he wants, and I'm like, oh, sweet, this guy's awesome. And yeah, now we're like, he's really not all that powerful at all, and yeah, I don't know. He's probably gonna die. Well, actually, Lawrence is probably gonna die eventually, but not for a while. I imagine he's gonna take a while. I mean, if fucking Fred can survive 3 goddamn seasons, then, like, Lawrence ought to survive until the final season, I would think. I'm still kind of like, Fred, fuck Fred. He's gonna die eventually here. But I figure Serena is probably, I still say Serena is gonna end up in charge of Gilead somehow. They'll find a way. Just one other kind of crazy thing I saw. I guess I saw a article suggesting that Margaret Atwood, the woman who wrote this, apparently believes that, like, she was going to make Gilead in Canada, actually, but she believed nobody would buy it because Canada's too diverse. Yeah. Look, number one, I don't really buy this premise in the U.S. I certainly believe the U.S. could fall to a patriarchal right-wing dictatorship. I just don't believe it will be a religious type. That's the part that I just don't believe has the type of power to take over the continental United States. Okay? secondly, like I mean, granted, I'm only just now finishing season 3, so there's still 3 more seasons to go. Maybe they'll answer this question, because this is still one of my lingering questions, is like, what is your average male who isn't a guardian and isn't a high-ranking official? What's life like for that guy? Because I mean, we haven't seen very much of him. There was that one guy in season 2 with his wife, and I mean, he seemed to just go to work and something, but I don't know. And I mean, we see men working at the counter at the corner shop or whatever, the market, if you will. I mean, because women aren't allowed to work, so the men got to be working. The men would have to work a lot more because of this. Again, it's not really good for anybody. uh, all right. One last thing that I was thinking that I wanted to make the point of, but I'm totally blanking on it at the moment. I'm trying to just talk until it returns to me, but that's probably not going to work. Probably not. I don't know. Oh, alrighty, folks. Then we will probably end off our recap there. As always, folks, no matter where you're watching this, if you're watching this on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, we are all over the place. We really got to do this RSS number thing, but we'll get around to it eventually. But the point is, click that like, subscribe, share button. Click the share button especially. Let's share this stuff. Share it with your friends. Didn't they teach you sharing in elementary school? No? Well, learn it, you jerk. Yeah, click that share button. And also, while you're at it, head on over to the Chris and Mike Show on YouTube, Spotify. They are all over the place, I do believe. They have the RSS number, I think I heard them say. So they're pretty much everywhere where your podcasts are available. Check out the episode that dropped last Sunday. It was yesterday now, but it'll probably be a couple of days ago by the time you see this. Check that out. We're going to talk about the healing power of mushrooms. Very interesting discussion there. Alright, folks. That will do it for today. As always, keep up to date with what's going on with your daily dose of dawn.